anxiety, depression, not common feelings you associate with the holiday season, yet a lot of people experience these feelings amplified. Hi, welcome to In and Out of Your Mind on WeTV, and I'm your host, Tina Brigley. In and Out of Your Mind is a web series designed to get you out of your head and into your life. And today's expert is Jenny Lee Almeida, who's here from the Canadian Mental Health Association, who's a public educator, and she is here to give us some strategies to help us make the holidays less stressful. So Jenny, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for inviting me.
Yeah, I know a lot of people have unrealistic expectations around the holidays, and it causes so much stress.
It's our expectations, right?
Yeah.
So if I were to have, people always ask me, what are your 10 tips for the holiday season? And the very first one, and I think everything else kind of falls below that, is set realistic expectations. Change your mindset, right?
So how do we do that? How do we, because people want to keep up. They want to decorate to the nines. They want to create like this experience, right?
Right.
So I'm sure some of you might feel like you have to go over and above, but you're saying maybe we don't have to do that.
We don't have to. It's setting realistic expectations of what does make you happy. Thinking oftentimes our memories of the holiday season goes back towards our childhood and stuff. So it's shifting our perspective to say, it might not be what it looks like or what I envision, but it's setting those expectations. What are the top 3 things that I'd really like to see this holiday season? Whether it's connecting with family and friends, whether it's making a beautiful dinner, whether it's going to holiday parties, it's shifting your perspective and changing. What do I ultimately want, right? So
I don't know about you, the viewing audience, but I know if I'm hosting dinner, I don't want to ask people to bring things. Like, I feel like I should be doing everything. What are your thoughts on that?
You know what?
Is it acceptable? Is it appropriate to ask people to bring things to contribute?
And again, it's shifting your perspective and really prioritize. What are the things that are going to keep you mentally healthy during the holiday season? And if cooking is not your thing and it gets really stressful and you find yourself just doing absolutely everything, it's being alert and mindful and knowing I don't have to do this all. Why can't I ask people that are coming over to bring their most favorite meal or like a dessert or their favorite platter, an appetizer, and kind of a potluck?
Awesome.
Right?
Yeah.
So again, it's just changing your mindset and prioritizing, what is realistic versus those expectations, right? And another one is, we're November, first week of November. So what I always say, set that budget. Already start listing things. How much money do I really have for the holiday season? And, again, shift that mindset of those expectations. And if, you have $20 a person. Start being creative in terms of what can you do with that.
Yeah, because we don't think about what can we do with $20, and then it becomes a creativity thing.
It sure does.
How can I be creative with $20?
It really does. And then what you start to get is you start to connect to the present, to be mindful. So in and out of your head, right?
Yeah,
where you're actually starting to use your creativity, your imagination, and you start really focusing on what would that person really like from me for $20? Right.
Now, I know some of the viewers watching might be alone at Christmas. Some people don't have families. How do those people get joy during the holidays? What are some strategies to really help them shift their mindset about being alone at Christmas time, at the holidays?
Yeah, and during the holiday season, it can be really lonely. And, we have these unrealistic expectations that everybody is with people and, it's this huge affair when in reality there are many that are spending the holiday season alone, right? So loneliness and isolation, you start to see that increase of risk factors for, having or experiencing mild to moderate symptoms related to depression. So I always tell people, on WeTV, on Facebook, on any social media, the positive about social media is you get to see where all the fun is out in your community. Connecting back with nature, connecting with your community, volunteering. There's something to be said for giving back, right? And it's not monetary, it's giving back and feeling a connection. So checking out where they're hosting free holiday dinners would be a really cool one.
Yeah, because sometimes people might not think that they wouldn't even know.
There's
how.
so many, but exactly like I said, the joys of social media, they do get posted.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you, try it. I always tell people, think outside the box. For this holiday season, try one thing that you've never done. And then next year, reassess and say, did I like that? Do I want to make this a part of my Christmas, my holiday season? So it's, again, setting expectations for your own well-being.
Yeah, great. Awesome tips.
Yeah.
Now, as a parent,
Yes.
I know I always say, I am only spending X amount on my children. And then I see all the things that are out there and I'm like, oh, I feel stingy or I feel cheap, or are they going to have this experience? I know other people are feeling that same way. What do? I know you talked about expectations, but how do we really shift that to because that's a tough one.
That is that's extremely tough and difficult when I just mentioned in regards to social media and kids interacting now through media, what you see, right, advertised. Or I'm sure numerous of individuals have already just received the Canadian Tire Christmas catalog or the chapters one, which they're fabulous. But again, it's setting expectations in, are the children going through those books and saying, I want. And then as parents, we feel like this need, I have to get them this or else, you know, the holiday season is ruined. And it's shifting that perspective to have that conversation and say, that's great that these are things that you'd love to have, but you know, wouldn't it be great if you got something completely outside of that box?
Yeah.
And maybe setting up those youth to not expect these things.
Are there any other tips or strategies if somebody is experiencing depression, anxiety?
Yeah, absolutely.
I know that the incidence of suicide goes up over the holidays too. What can you share with the viewing audience if they're experiencing some of these symptoms? What are some of the programs, community programs, or resources available for them?
Absolutely. So really quickly, reach out, ask for help. You are not alone in this. We have the Transitional Stability Center here in Windsor, Essex, 973-4435. Please give them a call anytime just to reach out. They'll connect you to the variety of amazing community partners we have all throughout Windsor, Essex. If you're online and you like that, go to bouncebackontario.ca. That is free psychotherapy, education, skill building, where you get to do in the comfort of your own home. Bouncebackontario.ca. Go on there, log on, and the instructions are there. And then to be part of a community support online, where you might want to talk or chat with someone who might be experiencing the same stressors you are. Big White Wall, again, absolutely free.
Thank you so much, Jenny.
Welcome.
I appreciate you being here. I know the viewing audience appreciates you being here. Amazing strategies. Thank you for watching, and thank you for showing up here today. Remember, awareness without action is useless. Take these tips, take action for your life, and know just because it's always been doesn't mean it always has to be. There are resources and tools, you just have to use them. So thank you for watching In and Out of Your Mind on WeTV. I'm your host, Tina Brigley. I'll see you back next week. But before I go, I want to say a big shout out and a thank you to Mackenzie and Nicole at Ryan's Mess, who dressed me today and who actually did my hair too. So Nicole, you're amazing. Thank you. And I'll see you back here next week on WeTV.